they'll claw at the door, and then you'll hear just
a communal
in the background
area. They must come to have the freedom.
That's right.
We won't let you guys say that.
All right, everybody good?
Yep.
We're good.
Mhm.
We're live.
Guys, I'm fired up today. You want to know why? Because it's the most romantic day of the year.
Ooh,
It's Valentine's Day.
that's right.
Or what they're saying
Valentine's
this year, Galentine's Day or Palentine's.
Yeah.
Well, Galentine's Day, I believe, is the day before Valentine's Day.
Oh, really? I'm
From
correct.
Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to apologize to you boys. I forgot to buy you guys flowers on the way here.
Yes, that's
I want
okay.
to apologize.
No problem.
It would have been lovely to have a nice days of roses here.
Yeah,
I'm one of the
Robots.
boys too.
Exactly.
Leah's here with us. She's
And
one of the
that's-
boys.
I'm very excited
Oh
to
my
welcome
God.
our guest, Leah the artist. Hi, Leah.
Hello, everyone. To all the peoples out there. Hi.
To all our listeners, that's right.
Yeah. But Valentine's Day, quickly to touch on that, I do not partake in these holidays.
Bless your heart.
Really?
I love that.
No. A lot of the holidays I don't. I just don't. Yeah. I
What-
actually forgot. And so I'm now I'm
Mhm.
getting all these messages. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play them. I'm gonna do it.
What is your least favorite holiday and your favorite holiday?
Oh man. I don't if I had to choose. Obviously growing up, we were conditioned to kind of follow along. I would say my favorite is Christmas because my daughter. Even though
Right.
she's 13, it's changing now, but that's been kind of like a holiday. And then my least favorite holidays like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are fake ones.
And people get so sad too. They're like, people, like seriously sad because of these holidays. They don't have a mate. I'm like, mate yourself
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
Well,
go,
yeah,
go
that's-
fuck yourself.
that's-
And
Well, no. I mean, you could do that now. There's options, but anyway.
That's too bad. Like, the way I look at it is like, if you have a significant other, enjoy it. But if not, no big deal. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
don't beat yourself up over it.
I'm kind of like, fuck these holidays. And anytime I'm with somebody during these holidays, I'm like, this is a fucking Don Draper. And like all his friends were just sitting in a room one day and they were like, I got an idea. We'll make them pieces of shit if they don't spend a bunch of money
We
on
gotta
them
sell
this
these
day.
sweet tarts.
We got to sell these chocolates, these sweet tarts, all this leftover
Sweet
shit from
tarts.
Halloween. We're going to package it up nice in these little heart-shaped boxes.
We're going to stamp
You see, just do
stamp
something.
messages.
Just do something heartfelt. Like, I'm cooking a nice dinner for my lady. The love
Yeah,
of
I
my
mean,
life.
if you do want to partake in the day, dinner,
Listen,
just time spent together.
Mhm. Love
less,
you,
less
sweetie.
material.
I feel like it comes like
You're like,
I
I'm
don't know if she's watching or
excited.
not, but
also
Can't
too.
I
wait.
didn't
It's
want to
like,
rub it.
it's so close to Christmas, where it's like kind of a similar message with Christmas.
Oh yeah,
of,
because
like,
it's
but it's just like, you can really see like relationships kind of like dissolve on these days where it's just like, you're not doing enough for me, and it's like,
Yeah.
we just had fucking Christmas. Like,
yeah. I don't know, but I do get at the same time. I mean, in our culture, like in America, we get really hyped up. We want a special day to like focus and yeah. So I see it from both sides, and to each their own. I kind of am like slowly emancipating myself from everything that I was taught and like in our space and going my own. Right now, I just feel like I'm in America, like just here in this country. Not that I'm against America in any like deep way, but because my daughter, and then I'm out. I'm going to be just nomading around the world.
are you going to do like a tiny house or like one of them van jobs?
I don't know yet. I thought about being very minimal, tiny house, having land, but that's when I get planted. For now, I might not have a home. I think I'm just like not. I'm saying like once my daughter's off, hopefully independent, healthy,
Yeah.
all the
Right.
things. Right now, who knows? We don't know what's happening. She's 13 and going spiraling, but
spiraling up.
spiraling up. I'm trying to like
Yes.
blow like stay up.
I would be concerned if a 13-year-old wasn't going through a bit of a spiral, because that's about when I
Right.
was spiraling.
Yeah.
I know. And we forget this sometimes. It's like, I think parents are just different, roles in our life.
Right.
So I try to check in and think that, really place myself in her shoes at 13.
Yeah, because
And especially in this day and age.
that's
yeah.
right about when you start being like, "Yo, fuck mom" and shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm her enemy. But I'm
And
like, I love you. I'm so like I'm so codependent. It's insane. It's I
Mhm.
need help now. I've been actually working with myself for a while to lose the codependency.
Yeah, I see.
yeah.
Well, I mean, she'll grow out of it. They always
Yeah.
do.
This too shall pass with everything going on. I
Exactly.
even think about that with like the whole everything going on with COVID
Yeah.
and how we've been locked in. We have all this like madness and people are severely depressed. And I get it. Like our lives have been turned upside down. But like the concerts too, like people are so upset. And I mean, it sucks for the musicians and everybody
Mhm.
like losing their
God,
job.
yeah.
Like that aspect sucks. But everything will hopefully come back together. I try to like see some optimism and hopefully better, changes.
I'm interested
introspection.
from like your point of view, just 'cause, like I mean, like we're all kind of older in the room and kind of used to.
We're all older, is that what you said?
Yeah, but
We are.
Well,
so
we're
mature.
we're
I'm 67
Yeah.
years old.
DJ's getting
My
up
laugh
there.
is so loud. So.
But like, what is something that like?
88.
How do you think like your daughter is like taking the pandemic or like has she said things where you're like, damn, if I was 13 going through this, like this is just like, has she said anything eye opening or like
I wish.
strange where you're like, fuck?
No, not with her personally. My daughter, I feel like likes to be in her room playing video games. She's in Call of Duty with
Mhm.
her like sisters, and just she can be in her room for days. And I'm like, come out, man. Like I try to get her out of the dungeon. So she's like thriving in all this. So it doesn't seem like it's affecting her. I would say with school, that's the
Mhm.
biggest thing. That she's affected with the whole COVID. But I think it goes a lot deeper though than she realizes, and that can articulate. Like she doesn't know how to articulate, I think, what she's going through. So for her personally, no, I think she's like still figuring out like how she's coping and what it feels like to her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
There was,
that's that.
There was definitely like a vibe, I guess, like around March when it first started happening. It's like, oh, this is like a snow day. It's like, oh,
Exactly. In the beginning, that was like,
yeah, it's just like, this is cool. Everybody gets just to hang out with their family, hunker down, like just brave the storm or whatever with the fam.
off of work,
and then it's just like kind of like right around May or June. I'm like, all right, fuck this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, it just became evident how long it was going to fucking stretch on for after a certain period of time.
I was like, this will be done in like months.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was in the beginning, I think it was denial. I was like, we're good. Everyone's like, no, it's going to be like 6-8 months. I'm like, no. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. And then now it's a year later. Wild. Well, yeah, almost happy birthday.
Happy birthday, COVID.
It is almost straight up. I was just thinking about that. I was like thinking
That's
about
wild.
where I was last year. I was like, damn, I was at like my brother's. We were like just visiting my dad. I was like literally just about to get on a plane, and like all this COVID news was breaking out. And like,
yeah, it started to slowly come out around this time. Well,
Yeah.
like around February, right? Like just random. Yeah.
but it was like
Yeah.
3 days before like everything shut down. Like I got on a plane and was like coming back, and it was like if I was scheduled to leave like 3 days later, I would have not been able to come
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was weird.
Some people have been a lot of
Yeah.
people were in that situation. I would freak out if I was stuck somewhere.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe if it was a nice place, I would have been like, this is fantastic. But
There was that one story of I think there was a couple going on their honeymoon in, I forget, it was one of the like Southeast Asian like island countries or something like that. And they were at like a resort and they got stuck there and they wouldn't let them leave. But the hotel kept charging them for every night that they were staying there.
Dude,
So they were
that
like,
sucks.
well, we're just like in so much debt right now, but they were like, let's just enjoy it and then get out of here when we can.
Yeah.
And I forget what happened. I think like someone was like, all right, we're going to get like a boat over there. We'll get you out of there.
dude, when you
Dang.
think about it, the
Helicopter.
hotels needed that money, all right? Because they were not.
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get
They're
out.
not going to get it. Yeah.
They're just like, you can't leave.
That just
Protocol.
doesn't seem right, though.
It's like you're trapped.
You're
Yeah,
trapped and
you're
you
like-
must pay.
Trapped in Kokomo.
That's
Mhm.
like the $9 water bottle at the concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you desperately need.
I mean, like we were saying, you're going to get charged all this money. You might as well enjoy it.
Might as well you gotta
like,
try to
all right,
make the best.
let's take like a month and live like kings. Just have this hotel to
Right.
ourselves,
You
chill on the beach.
Do that with everything in life. You know what I mean? Make
Exactly.
the best of every I know that some
Good point.
situations are like very difficult, especially if there's like violent, you know what I mean? Like, but hopefully you can transmute. I think transmutation of a negativity and positivity. Thumbs up.
I think
Nice.
like you were saying earlier with the it's hard for the musical artists to get out there, but also too it's bringing about like a new like rash of creativity to
Yeah.
like figure out how to put out new music and like put out different ways, thinking of different ways to get your art out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like keep your fan base growing.
Yeah, exactly.
I love what people are using, like utilizing technology. Things have like people are still pretty successful even with selling the albums. Like I have a friend of mine who is in a band, and the way they released their album was the spelling. So they released vinyls with the spelling. Like the first one was D E. You know what I mean? And they used it over time just to kind of. I don't
What
know
did it
exactly.
spell?
Decay, I believe.
I like that.
That's cool.
Or something of this. I could be completely wrong. It's something of the sorts, but
What band is it? Do you think they'd be cool if we played a little bit of their stuff? Is that
it's the Acacia Strain.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You can play them.
are they
I
on-
want
Well,
to-
again, I don't know if they marketed that for that reason, but I just felt like that was a really creative idea and how they, especially given the climate of everything, and
what was
instead of just one. What?
what was the name of the band? I'm sorry.
The Acacia Strain.
So I saw them live
Yeah.
with August Burns Red, and that was one of the more interesting concerts I've ever been to because August Burns Red played first, and they got out there, and at the end of their show, they're a Christian band, and they got out there to say, listen, the reason why we're coming on tour here is to spread the word of God and to bring everyone to God and to like just tell you that Jesus loves you and you should all be happy about your lives. And then the Acacia Strain got out there and said, we're coming on this tour to tell you that we don't believe in God and you don't need God to be happy in life. You can get out there and do your own thing. And it was incredibly interesting to see the dichotomy of two opposite bands touring with each other, but peddling the opposite like opinions.
I
But-
love it.
It seemed like they were like they got along, like they didn't hate each other. I don't think.
It's like
No.
the odd couple.
Yeah, kinda.
You know,
It was very interesting.
that's a duality of life. Not everybody's going to have the same sort of message and kind of path to God or lack of God, if you will.
Mhm.
But I like that. I think that's great. Because
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like it was disrespectful. We have different opinions.
exactly. Yeah, they were both. They both said their piece.
Yeah.
They did their thing.
That's so funny. We're playing this right now. Oh,
Should-
God.
Should I or should I not?
I don't know if it's quite the vibe of the podcast.
I feel
It's
like,
very heavy. We could
It's
always
great.
give it a shot. Click on a song. See, we could
Would-
open somebody's eyes to something.
I see
new
a lot of
today that they
they're
didn't think
great.
that they would
They're
do.
great guys and great music.
Just make sure it's not turned up too loud.
Okay.
We might go deaf. But yeah.
We're doing some live.
super live.
Look at these gents. There's just a guy on TikTok that he has a girlfriend. He's into all metal and stuff, and you can't understand what they're saying a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
But he kind of does like a voiceover, so they're screaming, and then he's like they're saying,
Oh, I
and
saw.
they're
this-
always, you know what I'm talking about? He's like we, and it's like whoa, and then the girl's just listening. Like I thought that was fun.
Okay, I thought you were
That's very
gonna.
funny.
I thought you were saying. I saw this one where it was like, "Tell me your boyfriend's in a hardcore band without telling me."
Oh, okay.
And he's just like in the other room, like, "Kick my fucking ass." Like just
Yeah,
like
yeah, he's
screaming.
doing the voice.
And she comes in and he's like, "Oh," like does that, like when he's scared to see that he's being filmed.
That's funny.
This is a concert that I would get shit hammered at and leave with like 4 black eyes.
This music this connects to my soul. I mean, so much music does, but like, there's something about it. Like, I just want to go.
I feel
I
like
want to be there.
I'm like I don't know. I'm like a chameleon at a concert. Like I have a friend on who took me to like an ICP show because his thing is like Insane Clown Posse and like their whole.
He's a juggalo.
He's a juggalo. But like I went to an ICP show with him and I left like he was headbutting me on the way in and like I got black eyes, I got like beat up, like I just got lumped up and knocked out in a mosh pit. And like
The mosh pits, they can get intense.
yeah, but
I stay out of them for the
That's
most part.
right.
Get knocked in the head.
It's all love until it's not. And there was this one guy who just had my number and wanted to kick my ass and kept doing it.
For the most part, though, I feel like they have each other's back. There's like sometimes, maybe someone's just not having a good day.
This guy sucker punched a girl.
Oh,
and,
no.
and this was like something where like, I mean, she was on the edge of the pit. So she took it in stride. But it was still like one of those things where like me and like this other dude and another dude were like, all right, we're going to fucking get this guy. You know what I mean? Because that's like, it's like mosh justice.
Yeah. I don't know how all that works. What happens if one gets hit?
So he knocked me out and then, and then my friends knocked him out. And
Wait, you got knocked out?
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, it actually
See, I didn't remember it that way, but that's how my boys tell it.
Oh.
I basically got hit and then hit the ground, and then my friend Nick and Paul like got him and like got his shoes, and then he got kicked out shoeless.
Dang. Okay, you got his shoes. You were like, we got his shoes.
We got the
shoes.
But the bounce, he was just like, I got his shoes, fuck him. And it was like this time too, so it was like
That's
he was
funny.
walking through snow and ice with shoeless, but he was like.
Karma.
The bouncers like were aware that he was a dick and like he had been a problem before and like
That's the thing.
They bounced him, not me. They were like, "Get your boy a glass of water" or something like that.
Every time I've been to a show like this at like Northern Lights or Upstate Concert Hall as it is now,
We can turn this off now. I feel weird like watching this.
I think it's a good,
It was
I
good
kind of liked having it in the
You do? Sorry.
At the bottom there.
It was good
There's a
background for like a mosh story. You know? What
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean?
sorry.
No, it's good. It's
That's
fine.
okay.
Like, turn it off now.
That's okay.
good.
But anyway, I feel like there's always that, like you said, for the most part, everyone has their backs, but there's always that one dickhead that just goes there to start a like controversy and try and beat someone up. But then there's always a bouncer that's 4 times the size of anyone there. So if there's some guy being a dickhead, they just knock him out and drag
There's
him
somebody
outside and then-
to help you out. Yeah.
It's always bigger
I think
fish.
it's used
Yeah,
as like
exactly.
a therapy session sometimes. Which
Yeah.
music is therapy, but sometimes people are like, I am angry. Here I
That's
go.
right.
I'm going out to let it
That's
out
right.
tonight.
It's
You
art.
know?
Like,
Yes.
speaking of which, you're an artist?
I'm an artist.
Wow.
No
Good
way.
transition.
DJ's the master of segues.
That was that's a good segue. But what kind of art do you do?
I work with, now I'm like, oh God, the spotlight's on me. So I'm an acrylic artist. I work with, acrylic and so visual art. So acrylic and watercolor right now.
Mhm.
Eventually I'll get into the whole oil painting, but that's a whole nother realm.
Wow.
Whole nother realm. So do you want me to like put my art up here? One of them?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
Sure.
cool.
Let's get a.
Oh, you want to put up?
Well,
So
I mean,
here we are.
What? Yeah, bring us to one. Bring us to one that you want to talk about.
Oh, a piece?
Yeah.
On here? Okay, let's see. Well, let's go with like the present time. So I have a very eclectic mix of art. I'm not really one sort of style. My monkey brain likes too many things. So, but I am trying to kind of narrow down like a little bit, like, and just do like a little series for some time, like maybe 6 or like this year I'm going to work on this, and next year I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
ever limit myself and be like, this is exactly who I am, because that's not who I am. Very complex.
Mhm.
Very animated, wild mind I hold. So anyway, lately I've been doing these like neo-expressionism type inspired paintings, but like just with my twist on it. Statement pieces is what I call it. So let's go to, if you want to go, I like this bad boy.
I see this cherub a lot.
Okay, so
Like that, like I brought her and then little devil.
I mean,
with
you
me.
have the physical print of that here, right?
I
wanna pull
have
that
the
out?
actual canvas.
original?
Yeah,
If you think that would,
I'm getting prints.
better.
Prints
than
are coming,
the
everybody.
Prints are
Canvas.
coming.
You want me to pull this up?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
I'm sorry, I don't
That
know
was
the
awesome.
technical terms.
That'll
Prints.
definitely.
No, it's okay. Get it together. I'm just kidding. No, Prince, I'm actually working with, I'm gonna move this out of the way.
Yes.
Look at that.
Seaworthy
Wow.
Designs
cool.
in Troy. He's helped me out and making me some prints. So this is going to be turned into little like 8x11s and then 11x14s possible, and whatever. I'm going to put them on like lighters and just do like a whole merch. So that's in the making. Hopefully I'll have that stuff by the end of this week.
I saw you
And
had
then-
the water bottle. Sorry to cut you off.
That was an example. So those are examples of things. I'm thinking right now I'm going to start small because I don't want to get ahead of myself and have a bunch of product that I'm just sitting on. I want to make sure people are actually going to be interested, that they're going to buy it. So I have prints, a couple of tote bags, stickers, possible lighters or stickers for your lighter, because I think that's awesome. And
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
are, they like lighters. So Yeah,
Right.
so this is a series that I just kind of came up with, again, inspired by Neo-Expressionism a couple of months ago now, and just with statements. So each piece has like a message. This one is really focusing on kind of ways of life, religion, what's taboo, what's not, and kind of like judgment and lack of judgment, like just duality. Every piece is the duality of life. So the cherub angel, this goes even deeper for me. There's a lot of like hidden meanings and symbols and reasons for why I paint that people don't exactly know, but this is related to somebody growing up. We had a lot of these angels in my household. So that's where I got that vision. And yeah, so do you want me to like explain the piece?
Okay, so what I want to know is
ask me some questions.
on your Instagram. You had the cherub first, obviously. Did you paint that, or did you paint that previously and then come back to this and we're like, all right, now I'm gonna hit it with like?
No, I did that with another piece. She's up on here. It's like this nude woman, and I did this piece like 8 years ago, and like it was a very drippy woman, almost crying, and it was a full-bodied woman. And then I was just like, I don't like her, so I'm going to redo it. And turned it into this Neo-Expressionism style thing. So that one, yes, and then that's kind of
this one
pushed
was
me.
Painted with the intention of doing this. It's not something that you revisited like the other one, and we're like, okay.
Yep. So yeah, and again, little just hidden things. If I want people to look at my art and really connect with it, obviously, and then be able to look at it and just keep coming back to it and find new things, because there's tiny little things
like
that
how it's like in
and
spots
layered.
that it's like really globbed on, and you can see like
yeah, this is mixed media. I put some spackle.
Yeah, you can tell
It's
like
cheaper.
It's all raised off of it.
Yeah, because you buy molding paste and they want like freaking for like a little 16-ounce jar, they want you to pay like $50. I'm like, no, thank you. So if you want a specific like high gloss, then you have to invest. But I'm like, I'm gonna just get some spackle and add that up as like a mold. And I do a bunch of stuff. I get really like hands-on and aggressive. I take like sandpaper and wire and do all these different things to it. But I love her though. She's one of my favorite pieces. And then we have this devil guy. And I'm just going to keep going with the series. And again, each one, if like people want to know exactly what each one means and where I was coming from and the true message, like the woman is about body shaming. And I try not to get too into politics too much, like but yeah, so you can look at my Instagram.
These two pieces both, I mean, like, because like you've mentioned like duality several times.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
life.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And like, so these pieces, when you like had started one, did you already kind of envision like, okay, well, I'm doing the cherub. I'll like, kind of seemed like natural to go to like the little devil right after.
No, maybe that's like kind of how I went to that. But no, I just was thinking he's about, want me to pull him up?
Yeah, pull the next one up.
Bye, little devil. My mother's like, Leah, why'd you put a 69 there? I'm like, Mom, exactly why? Because you said that. That's why. Because people look at it and they're like, that's bad. It's life, kind of. All right, so we got this little guy. So this guy is about kind of how people limp. Like he's done some stuff he's not proud of, you know.
He's got the eggplant, the peach up there.
He's tricked people. He's done a lot of stuff, but he's a new man.
He looks cute.
Yeah, it's about kind of rebirth. You know, he's a little baby, so he wants to find love and do all these things. And then like again, little hidden things. Like we got this little angel. She's saying, shh. You know, and then we got this. It's funny that he has an angel on his shoulder. But what was my point? Oh, how I kind of my monkey brain now. How I went from angel to devil. So no, that wasn't really planned. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
It's like duality in piece to piece too.
Yeah, so he's on his journey into becoming a new man, and he's done some things, and he's the same thing. Like people frown upon, you know, like sexuality and certain things, and you know, and why does it have to be frowned upon? And what, you know, why does that make you such a bad little devil for doing these things? And also, he's done some amazing things. You know, but anywho, yeah, and again, very layered things, and that's it, and hidden like. And things just evolve when I paint too. I have one main, like the devil was all I knew that I was going to do with this. And everything else, just I do the devil first, then I take time, I go back to it. I need to have things evolve. Like if people do commissions, they're like, oh, sometimes they want it in a couple weeks. I'm like, oh man, I will try. But I'm like, I need to work. It sounds so like I need my space to like, but I do. Like sometimes, some days I'm just not, I don't see it. I don't have that vision.
Right.
And like it's very frustrating to paint. And I don't like doing that.
Is it like, because it must be common too, for like, because like I've made things and it's common to like, yeah, like as you're working on it, you're just like this. I like can't look at this today.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't do this.
He was turned around for many days, not only because he's a devil and it kind of creeped me out at night because my thing, he was just staring at me and I was like, hey buddy, like I'm not judging you, but you got to go that way. But yeah, I know what you're.
He kind of reminds me of like Tweety Bird, you know?
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
I think he's a character. He's not my own. I looked like a reference up and he's from something. So copyright, but I'm not famous or anything.
got,
so I don't have to worry about that too much.
Sarah
Sarah.
messaged on the thing. She's like, I love him, little devil baby. On the
Thanks, Sarah. Oh, people, is this like a live?
It's
We're
live.
live.
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now.
We have
We're live.
Yes.
Paul and Sarah in the chat.
Hi, Paul. Hi,
Yeah,
Sarah.
we have regulars.
Sarah, you remind me, even though I don't know you, your name reminds me of the Labyrinth. I'm looking at you now. Now I'm gonna make eye contact with everybody.
Like the David Bowie Labyrinth.
Yeah, you remind me. I saw that in the theaters a few years ago. I loved it.
That was
on the
one of
big
those
screen.
movies where I first saw it, and it was like very similar to like X-Files or Are You Afraid of the Dark vibe, where like the fawn just like made me shake in my soul a little
Scary.
Really?
bit. El fawn.
Oh, that's you think
Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's
Fuck.
Labyrinth.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I don't know who you're talking about.
Offend.
I always
Ugh,
do that.
That
Never?
thing freaked me the fuck out. Holy
I saw
shit.
that when I was pregnant, and I was like, my eyes and my soul, my spirit, like it's gonna the bad juju.
But also David Bowie being like, hey, fuck me.
David Bowie, I always found him to be so, even when I was a young child, like that androgynistic appeal. I thought it was so sexy.
He's an
Anyway.
alien.
Interesting.
He is an alien.
It is. In Prince too, same thing.
Yeah, Prince is that way too.
He
I-
was.
He was. God rest.
They-
Both of them
we
were.
lost some
God bless.
good people. Oh man, that's so sad. Chris Cornell is one person, like in that bunch of people that we lost,
Mhm.
that I think about him. There's like almost weekly I wake up and I'm like, oh man,
Chris Cornell died.
Yeah,
Chris.
he's-
Like I
he's
miss
great.
him. It's like I knew him, but I didn't. I just was a big fan of him.
Did you ever see Soundgarden or Audio Slave?
No.
Or Temple of the Dog or any of them?
No, but all good. All good. You call me a dog. I love that song by Temple of the Dog. Oh,
Yeah.
But no, I didn't. And
It's
it's
too
like
bad.
I love all of them. I was actually much closer with like David Bowie. We were BFFs. No, David Bowie and Prince. But there's something about Chris. I don't know what it is that makes me think of him so much.
I was just thinking about David Bowie. It was either earlier or last night. There was someone, and I don't know if it could have, I don't think it was Chris Cornell, but it very well might have been. There was a story where somebody in the 90s, David Bowie approached them and was like, I want to do this thing. I want like to like your band be a part of it, and I want to go on tour with you. And the guy was like, I think it was Chris Cornell or Scott Weiland. And they were like, okay, that sounds awesome because like we love you. But they were saying like this was kind of before like older artists were like making a resurgence. And so they were like, it's weird because we are like filling out stadiums and like we're a bigger appeal now than David Bowie is,
Mhm.
even though it's like I think it was Stone Temple Pilots. And they were like,
I want to do some research on this now.
we're like bigger than David Bowie is right now. And
We're bigger than Jesus.
they're like, but there's no way that we're going to headline over David Bowie. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking David Bowie.
If they tried, people would be like, "What are you doing?"
I'm like, I don't know if they
Shame.
ever like did the project because I think that was a big thing of it. They were
Oh.
like, we don't want to like undermine like
Yeah.
this genius, but he was just like, I just want to do this. Like, you guys are the guys I want to do this with. And
What would you guys do if you were in that situation?
Take the
What
gig.
would you do? Would you take it? Because that's what he's asking. I feel like that's what the master is asking.
That's
Just
a
do it.
dream. Yeah.
So are you saying you have to headline, or can you take the gig and then choose him to headline?
If he's like, I want you to headline, I don't know what the exact dialogue was, but if he's like, he didn't want a headline. Did he want a headline? You said he didn't.
I think he just wanted to do the thing.
do the
I
thing,
don't
not
think for
even
him.
him.
I don't think for him it mattered who was ahead of who.
Yeah.
But
I
it
would have
was-
done whatever he wanted. I
I
say
mean,
David.
yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah, because he's one of those guys. He's very unconventional. Where like, yeah, I don't think he cared about like he had already made his fame. He he didn't give a shit. At least I'm speaking
Yeah.
for him. I don't know this.
It is one of those things too, where like
I know.
when like a great comes and asks you like, hey, can we do this? It's kind of like balls in their court, whatever they want to do. Like there's this one comic named Mark Norman, and he hangs out with Jerry Seinfeld, and like last year he was just like a nobody comic, not nobody, but he wasn't like nationally known. And then like Rogan and Jerry Seinfeld started like working with him and like kind of propping him up.
Mhm.
And now Seinfeld will go to some of his gigs and open for him.
Oh, nice.
And like shit like that, where it's just like, okay, this isn't how it's supposed to go, but it's like a secret thing where it's just like, oh, what a treat! Like Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld's
Yeah.
coming.
I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Louis
like that.
does the same thing with another one. It's like Joe List or something like that. Every now and again, like they'll open for each other, but it's not like announced, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice treat. If I was at that show, I'd be so excited. I think that's a nice.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes you almost. I feel like that's a good marketing thing. You're
It's-
like you never know when they're gonna be there, so everyone just buys the tickets to every show.
And
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
it's another one of those things where like when you think of like Jerry Seinfeld's audience, like it's like hoity-toity, like expensive ticket like people, you know what I mean? Whereas like they probably miss like the like small room,
Yeah.
like intimate stuff that they can't really
Yeah.
get. Like if it's booked, especially Louis C.K. since he was like caught up in a scandal, he can't really be like headlining gigs everywhere. You know what I mean? So like I don't know, it's cool,
Yeah.
but it's like the Stones had Prince open for them at I want to say it was the Hollywood Bowl in California or something like that.
Really?
And like this is when Prince was a nobody at the time. So like I think it was Keith Richards or Mick Jagger saw Prince and were like, you have to open for us. Like, you're amazing.
Mhm.
And then like they had Prince open and Prince got booed off stage.
Poor guy, man.
Yeah.
He has risen.
Didn't he get hit in the head with a grapefruit or something like
Yeah.
that? Like,
Yeah,
people
that's
started
like,
throwing all their food at him and stuff.
I love that old school kind of like get off the stage.
Throw the pies.
It's
Yeah.
usually the tomatoes.
Or
I
the
feel like.
Rotten
tomatoes,
tomatoes.
It was
Imagine if that came back.
The
People
cane.
just came like we're prepared.
same thing happened. I think Hendrix opened for the Monkees. or
Yeah,
something
and
like
then
that.
they got super fucking. I was just about to say that story. Yeah, he went up and opened for him, and then they went like they were talking to their manager before they went up, and they're like, "Who the fuck got this guy to open for us? Like, we can't
Dang.
top this."
He's just like lighting his
Oh,
guitar on
man.
fire, fucking it, and the monkeys come out like, I'm a believer. It's like fucking- just like,
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
well,
talk
that's-
about two like artists that you wouldn't really think that their music would really go together.
I feel like that's kind of interesting, but yeah, it's nice to have a collective kind of sound. But I've been to some shows with artists that were just very different, and I was like, I kind of like this. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a shuffle,
I like
Yeah.
like a live shuffle. Here we go. Okay, that's what my like when I listen to music, it goes from 1920s like Bessie Smith jazz to like the fucking Acacia Strain. It just really
Mhm.
goes all over the
Yeah.
place.
yeah.
Country's where I call it though, like new country. Like I would say
You don't like
Early-
Garth Brooks? You got no friends in low places?
90s, no, 90s, early 2000s to anything now. I haven't been. I like 50s, 60s country, maybe 70s.
Every
But-
now and then, like I just heard one the other day that my brother played for me, and I was like,
You're like,
"All
I love
right."
it.
I was like, "I'll take this country song." It's like nothing that a beer can't fix, and it's a really sad song, but it's good. I was
It
like,
brings out anger.
it's one of those ones where you don't want to have it on the playlist for when it pops up, and you're just like,
You go, I didn't mean that, man. Like I don't know how that got on there.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, oh, my daughter got that, put that on there.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. No.
Yeah, I love outlaw country. Like
Outlaw country.
What's
Yeah.
That's
outlaw
probably
country?
that's probably good.
Texas.
outlaw country is
Or twangy.
what were the I think
Marshall Tucker Band.
the Highwaymen was Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, and
See, that's all. Yeah.
Waylon Jennings, I think. And
Yeah,
tho-
that
those
sounds
were
right.
like the forefathers of like outlaw country and stuff like that,
See,
in,
like-
like the 70s when
If you add Neil Young to that, I'm in.
mhm,
Yeah, there's some artists out there that have a country sound, which I like.
mhm.
But I'm thinking like going down to the tractor, that.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Wait, what?
That's Carrie,
Before he cheats.
that's Carrie Underwear.
Oh, yeah,
Carrie
no,
Underwood,
definitely can't do
Little
that.
souped up
No,
fool.
Carrie Underwear.
no, that makes me want to go into deep therapy, like all
Yeah.
like for my anger management. When I listen to that,
I
I'm
always
like, I cannot.
I always like hearing that song just because I always think of
Why?
my dad, like that Carrie Underwear. She's she's a pretty girl, but if she touched my truck,
Can you
I'd
get
kill her.
Can the dolly get up?
Yeah.
Can the dolly? Will she bite me if I just?
No.
Oh, so cute. Do you think you can touch the dog?
It-
I don't want it to bite me. Hi, come up. Come. to-
Dottie, yeah, I don't know if she
All right,
would
now.
She
if
would-
she would jump up on your lap. It looks like it, but I don't know.
Watch her just attack for the first time, and it's just
No, she
Hi.
wouldn't. She's
Just
she's
kidding.
a loving
Hi.
dog. But yeah,
Hello, guys.
there's
Oh, sorry.
good country out there now. You just have to look for it. You can't go with bro country, which is on the radio. That's just the worst.
Yeah, you know what? It sounds very close-minded what I just said. You know, there had that. Let's open it up.
Like
There's probably great country out there. Sorry, guys.
I'm a big Sturgill Simpson fan.
Are you really?
Yeah, he's you know a
feel
newer
like-
guy that's doing it right.
You know who I like is Lucas Nelson, and it's Willie's Willie's
Oh
kid
yeah.
in Promise of the Real, and I saw like
Oh, just leave us alone. Okay? You keep talking over there.
I saw it was like one of them like country fest things at SPAC like last year. It was the year before last, but it was like Neil Young was there, Willie, Lucas Nelson, and Promise of the Real, and I'm telling you, this guy freaking shredded. And then like it would like be like kind of like old Neil Young type vibe, but like a full band. It was really good.
Yeah.
And like I didn't expect to like fuck with it like that because I'm not really big into country either, but good music I could vibe to.
Yeah, see that's
At
the
all.
thing. If you feel it, you feel it. Don't like you can't just be like, well, I don't like this, and like deny the music.
Yeah, exactly. Keep an open mind. That's all we're saying,
Exactly.
audience.
Keep an open
All you
mind.
listening on YouTube, watching us right now,
Dolly says-
keep an open mind.
Turn off the ICP, Paul.
That's all. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, that's the opposite of keeping an open mind.
Well,
ICP is all about the open mind.
I was going to say just have them listen to some Sturgill Simpson for today.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. Listen to some Sturgill.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
you guys
It's okay.
don't worry about it. You know.
So, Leah, who is some
Yes.
of your influences as an artist? Who are some artists that you take some of your favorite work?
I'm not too influenced by others. I know that sounds really weird, but nothing. Oh wait, I don't want.
Well,
Dolly
that's kind of good though. I mean, that's everything's coming from your own mind then.
It's definitely influenced. You want to grab the wire so Dolly doesn't.
Sure.
I'm gonna get Dolly down. Yeah, I don't want to. Are you free?
Yeah, there
Dolly,
we go.
go free.
We're
Dolly
Go, oh,
Parton.
look at she's
Be free.
Relax. Get down.
There you
Bye, Dolly. It was
Now,
nice to
do
see
you,
you.
do
All
you,
right, so resentment.
do you,
I think that might
Yeah.
be the other dog.
do you put on like a specific record or something like what do you play music wise when you're painting?
I listen to a lot of different things. Sometimes, like I want to listen to 50 Cent. So, I have Many Men, Roselle. I pretty much whatever I'm feeling. I do like listening to some metal or just maybe slow melodic, like This Will Destroy You, instrumental stuff. I like that, but I'm just whatever really kind of. I was listening to Sublime. That was a flashback. Like,
Fucking love the line.
I can sing to it, and I'm just like jamming it because I dance when I'm painting. Just by myself, I'm like dancing, moving. I'm very like. But inspiration. Going back to that question really quickly, like there's so many artists out there that I'm inspired by, but I don't really know too many artists' names. Like I'm not one. Like people are like, oh, do you know this artist? I'm like, no, I'm not too like educated with that, but I'm inspired by so many different people. Honestly, like people for locally, people large, but a lot of my art comes from my own mind, and it's like my own intuition, my own experiences, inspired by just life and other people, like humans out there, emotional, spiritual stuff. So it goes very deep.
Is there artists that you think are like kind of overrated?
Overrated,
Or just like where you
Good
are?
question.
I think I try not to have that sort of
I was going to
judgment.
say like, yeah, I don't want to like bring in negativity to it.
No, but some people do have these opinions, and that's fine. But for me personally, I just kind of see even people that want to splatter paint and then sell it for $3 million, whatever. Do whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what your worth is because people can sit here and say, like, look at my piece and be like, that's not worth anything. So I think just kind of do whatever. If you are moved, you have good intention, whatever. So
I had a very hard time, like when I was in school and we would do like we would like make our pieces and put them on the wall. There was, I had a very hard time with art styles that I did not care for, but I knew there was one person where they did glitch art, and I was like, I have a hard time like critiquing this because I don't like glitch art.
What is
But I
what's
can-
a glitch art?
But
Yeah,
I
I'm
can tell
not.
it's done well. Should we bring up some glitch
Yeah,
art?
let's
It's
get.
like
Bye, little guy, man. See ya.
Oh, also, how can people reach out to you if they do want to print of that handsome little
Well,
devil?
As of right now, Instagram is the main place, or Facebook. But you contact me right on Instagram. There's an email too. There's a contact.
What's the handle? Just
Leah Bliven Art. Bliven. Bliven Art.
And we will bring that up, and we'll post that on our
post
page
it,
and everything.
We'll share it.
And eventually this spring, I'm going to have my website, and the website's going to have everything where you can buy prints. You can get linked to my shop, do all this stuff. So,
Later,
and my gallery.
stickers.
Wow. All right. This
So-
is what I thought. And this is so cool.
So these
Whoa.
so these look really cool, and these
That
are,
one. Look at that. That's great.
There's that max headroom in the middle.
So go to the they were more like there was the Mona Lisa one I just saw, and he did them more in the style of Mona Lisa, where he would like bring up a lot of the pieces that he had done were like famous images that he would kind of run through this glitch thing, and it was just something troubling. It was hard to be like I don't know. It was just interesting for me because I was like, I know this is good. I know you put a lot of time into it, and this is like what you intended, but it's hard for like. I was like, I can't relate to this, and I was like, I don't even know what to say about this. And it was like one of those things where you're just sitting there like, I know this is good, but I don't have a nice thing to say about it.
But you had to partake in this because it was a part of your experience, right?
Yeah.
Like, so did you fall through? How did you make it work?
I mean, we all had to say something, and it was pretty much along the lines of like, I can tell it's well intended.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything is good about it. It's just not something I would put on my walls or something.
Mhm.
I was like, I couldn't like find a place for it in my head of being like, where would I look at this other than a computer screen? You know what I mean?
It is pretty funky though. Now I'm getting inspired.
There's
This is what I like I'm thinking about maybe going to school, even though I never have, just because I want to learn more. And for me, learning, being hands-on, being in a place, and my daughter's getting older now, so I have a little bit more flexibility. I kind of had to just put things on hold for some time, just with flexibility.
Jim, you went to school for graphic art, right?
Yeah, graphic
Where'd you
design.
go to school?
At the Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to start first at like a community college because I got my GED. I think you have to start first community, right? I don't think you can go straight.
I'm not sure.
Art schools are probably a bit different.
It's just cheaper to go at Hudson Valley, I think, first, but you could probably apply.
I think you can take an entry test if you have your GED, and then they'll be like, okay, you just have to meet like a certain amount of minimum requirements. And
Yeah,
they'll be like, okay, you can.
I started going about 8 years ago, and I went to CCCC. There's so many C's, and started off with just basic courses.
Yeah,
which was like going straight back because I dropped out when I was 15, so my education level is very low.
Those are like
on the books.
Those were tough. I think like the entry level classes were difficult, but there was something that I could take out of each class and then use to apply to my art, or just even something where I remember like we learned it was like Greek history, and I was like, this is some of the most fascinating shit.
I was gonna say that sounds so fascinating.
It was awesome. And then like we had, and like part of the thing was like we had to go to museums for the final. Dream. And so like we went to the museum, and it was like looking at.
I'm going to school.
It was like looking at this stuff that like Mayans had made. And I was like, this is so like art is so like inherently ingrained in like every person. Whereas like I felt at the end of the semester, we had to do this whole thing of like a presentation and be like, oh, like my name is Jim. I'm an artist, which I hate saying, like, I hate being like, I'm an artist, because I feel like everybody is an artist.
Screw it.
Yeah, true.
Who cares?
Like everybody can everybody has the ability to like make something or arrange something. Yeah. It's like, what is art but intent to me?
But that doesn't mean that you're not an artist.
So you're an artist. So you're a graphic designer? Like, what did you have a title, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, no, a title, no. I don't know.
But you went to school for graphic?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you do anything with it? Do you like...
I haven't done anything. I don't think I've actually like made anything in probably about a year.
Can we pull up Jim's?
Things are going to change for you.
It was something that, when I was working really hard on stuff before COVID hit. And then once COVID hit, I kind of like, I was thinking in my head, like, all right, there's going to be a lot of time to like do all this stuff. And then it was like, just lost the mood. And I was like, I just have not wanted to like make anything.
Oh, I hate that feeling. That happened for like 2 years, but I had like life just happening. So life was like, we're not gonna let you have any, even though I'm like, I need this, like I need to be creative, but I couldn't get out there.
So this is
But
Jim.
now finally I'm back.
Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
you're
interrupt.
What is
That was very rude.
I apologize. That I don't mean to be rude.
yeah.
Hey, who's this? What is this?
This is Jim's Instagram page. It's his photography
I like photography.
that he does. You know, he gets a lot of good
Wait, is
bird
that on a
photos.
mirror?
I like this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that little.
This is some pieces fell
What's
off.
this?
This is the only thing I made during the recession or during the
You know what?
during the pandemic.
This, why can't I think of words right now? Collages.
Yeah.
I freaking love collages. There was a big thing in the 90s, like for me. But I feel like they're coming back in art in all different ways. Like they have the digital collages, which is really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like what you could do with your digital art collage.
Yeah.
I like, yeah. So this beautiful.
Like
Beautiful.
this one here,
Yeah,
I
your
like a
glue
lot.
stick?
Yep.
I like that.
The, the
dang.
birds with the
Jim, what are you
head.
doing, man? You gotta get back out there. Homework assignment after I leave. We're each gonna leave with something.
I mean, that one rules.
That was one of the best things about school was you constantly had something to do. And my favorite thing about it was the competition of looking at other people's stuff and being like, I always wanted to have like what I considered, which is like vain, but I always wanted to have like the best stuff on the wall or because in the beginning when I went there, I would put stuff on the wall and it was like, you put it on the wall and you see other people that like put way more time into it and you're like, fuck, like this sucks. And then by the end of it, I was like, I want to be the person where I put something on the wall and other people in the class are like, fuck. And so
yeah, that motivated you a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, bring it up on the big screen.
This is his stuff?
Yeah, this is Jim.
I like that. Let's see.
And there's two L's in alligator.
Oh,
Look.
Sometimes the technical side is tough.
But yeah, and then so
But look at how like crisp those bird pictures are.
I was doing
I like this
so
little
good.
guy.
I was doing a lot of this is like what I was mainly doing when when COVID hit. Because like I lost my job. So then it was like, all right, I'm gonna go out every day and take pictures.
Of those little birdies. I like when look at this guy. He's cute. That's cool. I love candid freaking images.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the best. Like that reminds me, like that was taken definitely. He's gonna die in 7 days. He doesn't know that yet, but he's dying in 7 days. Like he saw the tape.
see,
His face is like 70s. This is from the 70s or 80s.
Those are my brothers.
Also, yeah, who is that in the
Yeah,
back?
this is-
Steve's about to get sucked up by the motor.
Yeah, that's my brother Steve.
He has no legs right now.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
concerning.
No, that's safe. That's
the second
OSHA approved.
they throw it in reverse, they just
He's good.
Steve
That's
up.
my brother John behind the wheel. We're good.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that was we just
That's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is it really?
Yeah.
JGL?
Yep, that's JGL.
That's great.
Paul
Now, is
says,
this-
James, you're a beautiful man.
Is this like
Paul,
like
you're
this, or is that on digital?
This one was,
Or like
I believe that one was all digital.
I like that. So do you take like how'd you do those birds? Can you ask? Can I?
Oh, so I went on eBay and I bought like Audubon has like just like bird pictures.
You like
so
birds?
I went on eBay. Yeah, I'm big into birds, and so I went on eBay and I just found like a lot of those pictures,
Mhm.
and then so I bought them all, and then I scanned them into my computer, and then I arranged that.
Nice.
And
It's
then
like a bird bouquet.
and I really I was going through, I think it was like Rolling Stone or Time Magazine, and it was just that picture of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And it was,
Oh,
just,
so you're
like-
saying that's okay.
yeah. So like this was like, you can see the words, like that's like the other side of the page of the Rolling Stone, but I really like the texture of it in the blue.
What a great thing.
And then I just super saturated the hell out of it.
I dig
Mhm.
it. I like doing that when I paint. I take a look at a color if I'm doing a portrait, especially, and I tell people if they're getting portraits, I'm like it's gonna be a little like abstract with me.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fine art. You know, someone asked me to do fine art. I was like, I can't. I wanted to so badly, but I'm like,
Oh my God.
Mhm.
I'm not
It's-
gonna try to get into that right now.
It's like my mom will be like, you should paint like a nice Italian dinner. And it's
Yeah.
like, who the fuck wants to see that?
Somebody, but you're like, that's not my style.
Yeah.
Like,
Jim, you should do a cornucopia.
that's
Some
like
still
straight
fruit.
up what she told me to paint. I was like, Mom, I just don't think you get it.
You have some cool stuff. I like that you are kind of mixed media. Do a couple like. How about you guys? Are you guys us artists over here? Like
I'm
I was kidding.
I'm anti-artistic. I try and be artistic, and it comes out as anti-art.
DJ's a culinary artist.
I am. I took a few
That's
classes
fascinating.
at Schenectady for culinary, and
That is art.
some cooking and everything like that. I consider my food to be art.
Yeah, and
It definitely is. It's
Mhm.
awesome.
People have asked me if I'm autistic.
You know what? Shaming yourself as a joke is not cool. I'm just kidding.
Ed is a verbal artist.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
tell
is.
That's a thing I believe as well.
dick and poop jokes on
That-
stage.
that is very much art.
Yeah,
On
Yeah.
stage?
yeah.
Are you a stand-up comedian?
Aspiring.
You know, that's awesome. Do you know that what's his name? Antoine? Tony?
Twan.
Yeah.
Twan Wood. That's actually I
Wears
just
the
went-
red jacket.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He switched. He's on a black jacket now.
Okay.
No.
Does
So
he
I just
still
know
have the
I just know of
mustache?
him being a what? He's got the stash. I've only met him a
Yeah,
couple of
that's,
times, but I know he's a
Ed
comedian.
and Twan hosted a comedy event in at Madison Theater.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was like this time.
months
It
ago?
was literally this time
Yeah.
last year.
This time last
Look
year.
at that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Full circle.
So comedy is like it's definitely it's right up there with musical artists. Excuse me. Where it's pretty much like we can't do shit now. So like
Mhm.
before like winter, we were like doing like park mics and shit like that. And like
Park Mike, like at a in a park.
yeah, it's basically like it's really funny. We wait for like
Wait for the cops to leave.
no, we wait for the AA meetings in the park to end, and then we bring beers.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Listen, it's okay.
Wow, that's
They're-
savage.
I didn't know it was an
it's
AA
an open
meeting.
it's an open park.
It's an open park.
It's not like you're there like waiting, like just looking at them like and
Listen,
like
whatever higher power they subscribe to sent us there as a test. It was really
That's
funny though because we
Interesting way to look at it.
no, we did one of these mics and it was super funny because this one lady that we'd never seen before came and just sat near us and like watched the whole thing. She's like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was an NA meeting. And I was just like, it could be.
It could be.
You want to get up there and share? Like, take the mic, you know?
oh
But
man.
Do you,
Yo, that would be great if she did take the mic, told her story, and just absolutely killed.
that would
dude,
be
that's
great.
the thing is,
That you're
honestly,
right.
the addicts are the most fun, or recovering addicts, I guess, or struggling still are the most fun to listen to. They have like the best stories,
Mhm.
and like I'm not even like before I did like stand up.
The addicts, he go that the those addicts guys. No, sorry.
Well,
No.
it's just like because they've been through something where,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of comedy is just showing as much of yourself as you can bear to share, like, you know what I mean, to an audience, you know what I mean? The more honest people are the ones that I think are better, and the people who have gone through like treatment programs where they had to share shit and like stuff like that,
A lot of group therapy.
it's a similar energy, and like
Mhm.
I don't know, it feels like it
I
kind
get
of
what you're
feels like you're
saying.
doing group therapy when you're doing it
Interesting.
to the same
I like
people.
that.
Also, because I feel like one of the ways that you do comedy is you have a way of like going up on stage and almost making yourself like an enemy or a villain, or like you try to like debase yourself, but then like bring it back full circle where people are where they're like,
You.
I don't know if I like this guy, and then like the more you keep talking, they're like, all right, this is like really like now I'm laughing at this really fucked up thing, like
Now I'm
very
interested,
like Bill
honestly.
Burr or Louis C.K. Like you just started this like, all right, so I was jacking off in the woods.
Do you have that video of the one with the where you're talking about when you're on the toilet?
Oh,
Is that on your phone? Or I don't know
Josh
if
has
you'd be
that.
able to pull that up on
some
on your
comment. I would
laptop.
love to see this.
give me
the
Give me.
chord,
yeah.
because it's more of a like if you can find the I don't know if we'd be able to get it there
I
because
have
it's more
audio.
of a visual
Yeah.
because it's a great visual.
I'm thinking
and
about
it's
the
a
thing
funny
too about you
story.
telling the story about making out with the mirror. Oh, so that's all good.
That was very funny.
I don't
too.
know.
Wait, who was
Well,
making out with Mary? You were making out with Mary?
No,
It's
that
probably
was,
you, wasn't it?
No, no.
It's definitely
That
you.
was-
on.
that
I
was-
don't wanna
he
hear
did
it.
that separately outside.
I'm not saying
He
I
was
didn't
inspired.
do that.
Do you know
but-
I did that? I did that one as a small child, and I sometimes last year I did that. I'm just gonna practice again. It was a while, so I had to practice. What kind of is this? I keep touching it.
That's a coniferous.
I just broke part of it off.
Yeah, that's our bonsai tree.
Yeah, so
technically,
Ed got that for me a few weeks ago, and he thought that it was a fake tree, and so he.
First of all, let's just point out that he got you a gift, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't give
so-
it to him. It was one of those things where it came. And,
Oh, you're like, wait, I did not. Yeah.
no, it came, and I was just like, I hit Amazon up. I'm like, this is not what I ordered. Like, and they just refunded me right away. They're like, yeah, you're right. That was just some branch that we stuck in some soil, and like.
But it's so we come here every week. We give it our water, and it's now the pod plant.
I was like, what is that?
Sorry.
No, I like it, and I like how it just.
Yeah, I like the slant to it.
Yeah.
It does.
It's almost like flock of seagulls.
Mm-hmm.
And I run.
is.
All right. There we go.
So, well, Ed's trying
it needs a little home to sit in.
Well, Ed's trying to find this clip here. You guys want to hear a story from an adventure I had last night?
No.
Oh,
I'm just gonna guess.
Okay,
yes.
never mind.
Is this your Amazon?
Yes, of
your
course.
Amazon Go?
So I deliver groceries for Whole Foods on the side. It's
Okay.
a side gig. And last night I made a delivery and was greeted by a real life crackhead
How
at
do you
one of
know
my
it was,
deliveries.
it was real and live?
Was he smoking?
Because the lady had the crack stem in her hand when I walked into the building. Now I'm going to get up here, and you might not be able to hear me, but I'm going to yell so you'll hear through the mics. She was bent over with the crack stem in her hand, literally spinning in circles in the lobby of this place. And then I walked in, and she was just like, "Oh, let me get that for you." She got the door for me, and then she was just like, "What floor are you going to?" I'm like, 16. She's like, "I got you."
16.
And that, so it's that, that giant building on the corner of Central Ave and Henry Johnson, like right near
I believe.
like
so.
Lark Street there.
Yeah.
She was on the top floor of that building. So I had to go in there, and there's a lady literally smoking crack right out front, like when I was walking in the lobby. And then I got up to the top floor, and I was delivering to a blind woman who was about 80 years old.
Oh man.
And she ordered
That's
two
nice.
36 packs of water. So I'm like, "Listen, do you need help bringing it in and everything?" She's like, "No, I got it." And then she just lugs up these 36 packs of water. Like, I was having trouble bringing those up the stairs.
I like that woman.
She
Look at that.
grabbed them. She's like,
Independent.
"Woo, this is a good workout." And then
love it.
had her apartment completely mapped out perfectly and put them all right in the exact place without me having to do anything. I was like,
Muscle
this woman's
memory of her
amazing.
mind.
Yeah.
That's great.
Was she doing the tongue clicks?
No, she wasn't
Doing the echolocation?
The
No.
echolocation, like a bat.
Yeah, like
Interesting
fucking
story
stick.
though. Interesting story, and hopefully that woman
So,
that was
Yeah, what about
with
the
the stick gets help.
So when you walk back downstairs, was she still doing circles?
Yeah, she was still pacing around. She's like, "How'd everything go?" I was like, "It went very well. Thank you for asking." She's like, "Okay, good. Just want to make sure."
She seemed really
Look at her.
concerned about
Maybe
you. Yeah.
she's just the hallway monitor,
She was very helpful. I have to say, even though she was, doing crack at the moment.
The first time
Nothing wrong with that.
I
It
walked in
was-
on somebody
It
smoking
was kind of
crack
sad, but
in Collages when I was delivering for Domino's.
yeah.
There was this boarding house. I couldn't pull up the video, by the way.
Oh, dude, I think
Gosh, darn it.
we've all been to that place.
Mhm.
Is that the place on Remsen?
yeah.
Why have we all been here?
Because we all delivered pizza.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
I'm like, should I have gone? Want me to go too? I'll just go knocking. Hi, we're all supposed to be here.
So
it's an experience.
I knock on this dorm door and it just opens up and there's 3 people huddled around smoking crack and I'm like, oh god.
Oh man,
And I was just like, you guys
No
want
shame.
pizza?
Yeah, it was.
have you guys listened? Or keep going. Yes.
No, it was a halfway house, and you would. I think it was the guy at the top floor, so you would just walk in, and the door was already open, and you would just walk up these stairs, and all the doors were open. It was all just people
And they're just-
smoking weed,
and they
doing
wanted their
crack.
pizza. I didn't think
Mhm.
food was big on the. Usually, you lose your appetite. I would think.
yeah.
Oh no, pizza and crack. That's the thing now.
I think
What are you getting your girlfriend for Valentine's Day?
what would
Some crack and pizza.
I think what would happen is somebody else would order the pizza because they're concerned. You know what I mean?
hmm
Because this is because I feel like they didn't know I was coming. 'Cause
Oh,
Like, you've ever like ordered pizza for somebody as a gift?
I have
It's
actually.
a common thing, and like I just feel like I just like.
Is it a common thing?
I guess.
Interesting.
It happens.
When you're concerned about somebody, you order them food.
All
Or,
right.
Like, if somebody died, like in their lives, you send them like, hey, here's cheesy bread. Or, like,
If someone passes away, here you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
have some mozzarella sticks.
Those breadsticks,
Get-
well,
they'll soak
also,
up the tears.
Soak up the tears. Yeah.
I mean,
Like
that place was really an interesting place to go
That was my
because you were.
Imagine.
I'm sorry.
Don't talk about that.
You would go there and you would have times where you'd walk in on people like doing drugs and stuff. But also you would also have experiences where you would see the people like legit trying to get better and like delivering pizzas to them and being like, hey, how's it going? And be like, I've seen better days, you know, and then be like, all right, well, enjoy your pizzas.
I would just give them
I,
like
I
a hug
swear to
and,
God, I
like,
saw Jerry
yeah,
Garcia
it
in
was
that
really
place.
like, is really, you know,
I just pray for
interesting
people.
experience.
I'm like, I try to do the energy or say something nice and just make them not feel so alone or whatever's going. Sometimes people don't even feel alone. They're just
Absolutely.
Anyway, so I brought cards though for you guys. Is that okay? Even though you
Cards?
guys can't. Hi everybody. Forget that we're live. Is any
Cards?
Wait, yeah, what kind of cards?
Interesting.
tarot cards.
Coffee stain cards.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding. So I have these. I don't take all of them.
Oh,
But
like
they're
business
just
cards?
Pretty basic right now because we're just starting off. Again, I had older cards, but I had old information. But I already made these with the coffee stain ones. So whatever.
Well,
we're just gonna go with it.
I like the coffee stain.
And I
Thank
like the
you.
coffee stain too.
Well, I wanted to.
Here,
So
can
everything. This is too much. Here, you guys give them to your friends.
Sure.
When you go out, just give
Absolutely.
them everywhere. Give them everywhere. But what was I gonna say?
We can run it for a little longer.
Yeah, sure.
I don't mind.
As long as you're cool with it.
I mean,
We're at an hour right now.
We're at the
Hour-
hour mark.
let
We
me
usually
just
cut
say-
it after an hour, but it's no big deal. We
I
can
just need to
keep
be
going.
home by 2:00. That's it.
Okay,
And
so
I live
what
very
could probably
close
do,
to
like-
you guys.
We can do like 10 or 15 more minutes or
Yeah.
whatever you guys are up to.
Did you want? And we did have somebody who wanted to play trivia. Would you like to play trivia against somebody or?
Sure.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
that
not
would be
saying I'm going to
fun.
be great, but I'll do my best. Listen, no judgment, guys.
We have
We're-
this is listener
Planet
versus listener trivia. I like this.
So I'm the one
Oh,
who, if I
interesting.
wasn't here, who would be playing trivia?
Donald is our
If we
trivia.
wanted to keep our money, it would be DJ because we play for like little petty cash prizes. But
yeah, we typically Venmo people a couple dollars or something
DJ's
like that if
a
they
freaking
win.
trivia wizard.
I'm the resident trivia guy.
So that
usually.
means I will get paid if I win?
If you
Sure.
win, sure.
Because I mean, I don't know. I've never played trivia
in.
before, honestly, except
Really?
games. Only like when you play, but not with anybody else. I've gone to like many years ago.
Sure.
They're whispering, and secrets don't make friends. So
we
I'm
were
kidding.
just hashing
No.
out who was going to be asking the questions.
Oh, do you want me to
No,
pull
no,
up?
I'm just kidding.
I can-
You're
I
like,
can- I can pull up. Do you want me
I
to
like
pull
how
up
you're like, I'm
questions?
going to clarify
Sure.
now. What's the?
No.
Oh, that's that show.
Mhm.
Thanks so much, though, guys, and everybody listening. And
No,
such.
thank
Like,
you.
Thanks
This
so
is-
much for having me.
This
Yeah.
is a very special episode.
It's
Yeah.
exciting. It's fun.
You're always welcome back too.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, I got some.
Next week,
I got
I'm
some
kidding.
questions here.
Oh, I
Yes.
can't look.
Yes, you.
I tried
are,
Oh,
peeking.
DJ,
you're
you
cut
got the
off.
questions up here.
Well, Jim, you pull some up too. We can go back and forth.
And someone's coming,
This is-
calling.
Yeah, I'm gonna call. It's Nicole. It's another.
That's my middle
listener.
name.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
so
god.
it's meant to
weird.
be.
This is.
I don't really like my name, but I do like
how
her name.
serendipitous.
Right? I'm really tempted to look at your screen. Not gonna do it. Though.
I'm gonna pull up music trivia.
Okay, I've
That's-
just got like a random website with a bunch of different.
Are you on
questions
Thought
here.
Catalog?
Yes, I am.
Fuck yeah.
I like your phone case. I'm gonna be making
Oh, thank
phone
you.
cases as well.
Oh, if you do those water bottles, I'm like
You're on
looking
the
for
air.
a water bottle. I want one.
Hello,
I can make. I
Hello?
can make one. for you.
Nicole.
Yes.
We'll talk.
Hi, yes, this is Nicole.
Nicole, this is Butt Stuff Podcast.
Hi, Nicole.
You still want to play trivia?
Sure, why not?
Hell yeah.
Okay. You're gonna be playing against Leah.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Leah.
Hi. I have your name as a middle name, so I feel like it's meant to be between us. So just letting you know, I'm gonna kick your butt. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Just kidding. I'm probably gonna lose.
So for both of you, how you're gonna buzz in is you're gonna say your name to buzz in, and then you'll get the question. If you get it wrong, whoever buzzed in, the opponent has a chance to steal. We're gonna do first to 3, And whoever wins gets a $5 cash prize.
So buzz in meaning. So if I think I know the answer, I have to say Leah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So I have to speak of myself in third person. Okay.
Nicole, are you clear on the rules here?
I am clear on the rules.
Excellent.
So Nicole,
Excellent.
where are you calling from?
I am calling from Troy.
Oh,
wow.
very nice.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Very cool. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to virtually meet you. I think that the name of this podcast is hilarious.
thank
Do
you.
That's why we chose it. So I'm glad.
Butt stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
Yeah. I forget that you can hear me. Even when I whisper, I'm gonna whisper.
Okay, so
All
Jim,
right.
you want to take the first one, or you want me to?
Oh, DJ, you
Nicole, I hope you do well. Sorry.
DJ, you take the first one.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so remember, just buzz in with your name when you think you know the answer.
Oh my gosh,
or
my
if you
inner
do.
competitor. Yes, here we go. I'm so excited.
Okay. Which singer's real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata?
Nicole.
Nicole?
Nicole.
Lady Gaga.
That's correct. Nicole's ahead 1-0
Nicole?
Oh,
with a very
I take back every nice thing I
Nicole.
said.
Don't blink. Nicole came here
I
to
support
fucking
you,
win
Leah.
money.
No, I'm just kidding. I do that. I delayed. That was all my own fault. Okay, here we go.
DJ, are you also asking music-related questions?
I'm just kind of going all over the place here. I'm not, you know.
All right. So, Nicole, all the questions coming from me will be music-related questions. So, I hope you are brushed up on your music.
Mixed. We'll see.
All right. Well, here's a question. The rock band AC/DC actually originates from which country?
Fucking crap. How dare you do this?
Nicole.
Nicole?
With- An assist for my boyfriend. He just said Australia.
Listen, we didn't
Hold
say
on,
phone a
hold on,
friend.
hold on. As a rule, I'm gonna void this point.
Well, okay.
That's okay. I wanted to be honest.
I
All right,
appreciate
we
Yeah.
appreciate,
Leah.
we appreciate it.
Leah.
Leah with the steel?
Leah with the steel.
Wait,
She
what was
said
the
it
question?
already.
Say it one more time. Wait, what?
What country is AC/DC from?
Oh, that's correct.
It was Australia.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole.
All right, so let me ask another question here.
Okay, we'll get back into it.
So you're on a roll, Nicole.
He's like a trivia king. You guys should call him on the next one because he's very good at trivia.
He could be on.
Mixed.
All right, next question. Which famous musician was deported from Japan in the 1980s for possession of marijuana?
In the 1980s? Well,
I think
can we
I know
get
this.
hints or whatever? Look, I'm developing a
He-
stutter now
He
because
was,
this.
he was a famous musician
I think,
from the
uh,
60s.
Did
From the
Nicole? Did you buzz
60s.
in?
Yeah,
Nicole,
got
can I guess?
Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole was in.
What?
Was-
You
I
should
know
pause.
it's well, Leah, I'll give you part of it. I think it's one of the Beatles, but I'm trying to think which one it was.
I have to give it to you now. It's fair game. I told you I'm not going to be great. I'm great at listening, I guess, and trivias. I'm just not going to answer the questions.
Nicole, guess.
We need an answer.
Is it Paul McCartney?
That is correct. It is Paul McCartney.
Good job.
Good guess.
All right,
I would
DJ,
not
I'll,
have guessed that.
I'll give you the next one here.
Okay, so this one may seem. I think this is a good question because I would not have guessed, but it seems like it might be a little biased because we do have an artist in the room here, and this is an art question. We'll
Sure.
see though.
Why not? Let's have a little themey.
Which Dutch painter painted "Girl with the Pearl Earring"?
Oh, you know.
If you guys don't buzz
Nicole.
in, I'll buzz.
This
in.
is a tough one.
There's only one Dutchman I know.
Nicole.
I feel like Scarlett Johansson was in that movie, but I don't know who the artist was.
Is that your
Wait,
guess?
what is it?
Do
Scarlett
you have a
Johansson?
guess?
No.
The girl with the
Oh my
pearl
God.
earring?
Yes, "Girl with the Pearl
You
Earring."
should have
Think
watched
Dutch.
that gosh now. Think Dutch. You go. We're on the same team.
Is it? Am I stealing? Is it
Ed-
Van Gogh?
Ed for the
Ed with
steal?
the steal.
Go.
Is
I
it
think steal it.
Vinny
'cause I
Van
don't know.
Gogh?
Is it Van Gogh?
Van Gogh is incorrect.
Oh fuck!
Damn.
Do we have
Nicole, ask your friend. Phone a friend. Phone a friend. We need the answer.
Do you know anything about art?
okay,
No answer from the kitchen.
Wow. All losers.
so we all giving up here. The
Yeah.
answer is Vermeer.
See, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. The more you know.
I if I had thought long enough about it, I think I could have gotten it. But anyway, Jim, you want to take the next one here?
Okay. I did not know this. Cardi B first rose to fame in 2015 when she appeared on what television show?
And what? I'm sorry. Say the year again.
Nicole,
Oh, Nicole. Already?
Nicole?
Damn it.
Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop is partially correct.
I don't know much
Ooh.
about Cardi B.
Love and Hip Hop New York?
Hell yeah.
Look at you.
The clean
Oh,
sweep.
That was a sweep.
Wow. Good for her.
Oh,
Nicole,
Good for
great
you.
job. You just won.
Congratulations.
And you win $5, right?
$5.
$5
Yes.
You win
for
five.
coffee.
Send us your Venmo on the Butt Stuff Instagram account, and we'll send you your winnings later on.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. Thanks for being on, Nicole.
Nicole, if you receive any death threats, it's not from me. So that's fine. So
I wish I had that queued up earlier.
that's great.
It
That
took
was
a while
really
for
good,
the
though.
applause.
That was good for the applause.
But
We could.
Well, Nicole, it was nice to have you call in. Maybe your boyfriend can call in and play some trivia next week.
Yeah, he'd be great.
I
Thank
agree.
you guys so much.
Bye, Nicole.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye, Nicole.
congratulations.
Guys. All right, bye.
See ya
Bye.
later, alligator. You remember Dazed and Confused? He's like, check you later. Every time like people say bye, I just want to be like, check you later.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Great movie.
Classic.
So many good
Classic.
films out there.
That's right.
So
So
you
I
guys
bel-
are wrapping up.
Yeah, I believe we are.
I think we've come to the end of our
Broadcast
broadcast here. So it was Leah. Thanks for joining us. You can follow the Butt Stuff Podcast on Instagram Butt Stuff Podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Butt Stuff with 1 T. And then if you can find us on YouTube, Butt Stuff Podcast, I believe. Is
Look for
also there.
DJ O's 1917 in taxes.
Look for you search that. For
We're
some
shadow
reason,
banned on
it's
YouTube.
hard.
And also Leah Bliven,
Yes.
Bliven art
Mhm.
on Instagram, Facebook, and leahblivenart.com will be coming this spring, and prints and merch coming.
Prince
Mhm.
merch,
Woohoo!
lighters,
And I
water
take
bottles,
commissions.
fanny packs, commissions.
Fanny packs. I'm excited for fanny packs. They're gonna come out a little bit in the second clump of
Yeah.
goodies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tier 2.
We're
Fanny
gonna-
pack is summer material.
Right. And everyone
You're
have
on my
an,
team.
an extra romantic Valentine's
Oh
Day.
yes.
Love you,
Enjoy.
sweetie.
Don't get diabetes.
Don't
Oh,
get
sorry.
the
I was gonna
diabetes.
turn it so dark. Have a wonderful day.
That's right.
Great. Thanks. Done.